Okay, everybody, welcome to my Buccaneer CPU versus CPU franchise. I am in year 5, week 3 right now. Just jumping in to do a live stream. I haven't done this in a while. Uh, got married, moved, trying to get new Wi-Fi. It's a whole thing. Um, here's where I'm at with this league. In the first year, I had Tom Brady. We went to the playoffs, got knocked out early on. 49ers went on to win the Super Bowl. Year 2, I drafted a quarterback, Darren Floyd. As a rookie quarterback, took us to the Super Bowl. We beat the Chiefs in the thriller. He won Super Bowl MVP. 2024, we made the playoffs, got knocked out in the divisional round by the Cowboys, and the Jags went on to win the Super Bowl. And last year, we made the playoffs again as a wild card, lost in the wild card round to the Seahawks. So we've kind of been backpedaling a bit as a franchise um, ever since drafting Darren Floyd. Here's where our team is at. It might actually be easier for me to go through team salaries and show you where I'm at. So here's our quarterback, Darren Floyd, superstar X Factor. He is the guy. He's going to be the guy for several more years at least, maybe into his mid-30s. I've got his contract is up. I've got to lock him in to a new contract. I've got plenty of cap space in a good situation right now. Running back is C.J. Gore, who I took in the same draft. I believe he was a second or third round pick. He was a third round pick. I actually took him after Will Thomas, but he turned out to be the better player. Let's take a look. Yeah, I took Will Thomas in the second round and took Gore in the third, and Gore just stole the job and has never looked back. So I'm going to lock up Gore at the end of the season. I already locked up Rashad White to be like the third down back, the receiving back. Gore is a power back. He is the focal point of the running game. In passing situations, a lot of shotgun formations. That's where you're going to see Rashad White. I just drafted Jaden McDougal. He is essentially just a younger version of Will Thomas. So Will Thomas is going to walk after this year. Jaden McDougal is going to kind of replace him as the backup power back. Fullback, Al Coakley. I just signed him in free agency. Not going to have to worry about that for a while. I got Devonta Smith. Got him for 3 more years. He's been a really solid wide receiver 1. Jameson Williams. His contract is up. I've got to try to re-sign him. Tremaine Springs, second-year wide receiver, very, very fast. I'm hoping he continues to develop and take a step forward. Marshall and Brown are just kind of filler, and I just drafted Chris Benson, who is a hidden dev, deep threat wide receiver. Actually very similar to Springs. And I've even considered to some extent letting Williams walk and letting Springs and Benson kind of move into the 2 and 3 role behind Smith. I'll have to decide what I want that to look like. I have the cap room to go ahead and sign Williams. It's not an issue. It's just where am I at with the development on these two? Tight end, I let Cade Otton walk last year. He was an 81 overall. Jonathan Rhodes has become the primary tight end. He's due for a contract. Probably going to re-sign him. He's a pretty solid tight end, and he's still young. Brandon Wagner is my receiving tight end at this point. He's in like shotgun formations where I've got the tight end split out wide. And I drafted Corliss Lake, in this last draft, and it was a swing and a miss. He looked like a really good athlete, but the skills are just not there. He's not a he's an okay blocker, not a good route runner. Doesn't have particularly good hands. He's unfortunately just a depth guy at this point. Left tackle, Jawan Taylor is in the last year of his deal. Probably not going to bring him back. If I do, it'll be a 1 or 2 year deal. So probably going to be looking to sign or draft a tackle. Left guard, Mario Spriggs has just been a solid guy at left guard. Nothing spectacular. I'll probably go ahead and re-sign him. It won't be too expensive. Ben Barch is the backup there. Mateo Reyes is just taken over as my starting center. He's a second-year center, replacing Ryan Jensen. Dexter Lambert, I just drafted. Again, another really good depth guy. Could develop into a starter at some point. I have 2 young right guards. Marcus Cunningham is in his 3rd year. He is basically ready to start. I just don't have a spot for him right now. He might be a guy that I trade next season instead of re-signing, because Jason Doyle is my starter. Just drafted him. He was actually a center. I slid him over to right guard. Very, very good young offensive lineman. Right tackle, of course, Tristan Wirfs. I've got him locked in for 4 more years. He's not going anywhere. Left end, I just traded for Brandon Vickers, speed rusher. I'm hoping to develop him into a pretty solid pass rusher. I needed somebody cheap and who I could potentially develop to play across from Ronald Baker, who is like the core of my defense right now. This guy is incredible as a speed rusher. I'm going to try to get him to a 90 overall as a speed rusher and then probably develop his power moves a bit. Very, very good player. I was not able to re-sign Joe Tryon-Shoyinka. He was my right end. Baker was my left. After Tryon-Shoyinka left, I slid Baker over to right end. And last year I had Cam Hayward on a 1-year deal to play left end. I was going to do the same thing this year, bring in like an end-of-career star to play like 1 season. There wasn't one available in free agency, so I had to get creative, traded for Brandon Vickers. So I'm going to try to develop him. Defensive tackle, Vita Vea, I've got for this year and next. He's 31. He's starting to get a little bit older. Might start regressing a little bit, but still a very good defensive tackle. I have Alan Benson, who is a pretty good run-stopping defensive tackle. Probably not going to re-sign him. Philip Fort, pretty good power rusher, run-stopper, and defensive tackle. He's starting ahead of Benson right now. I will probably re-sign him when his contract is up next season. And I just drafted Harold Bradford, who is a hidden dev, run-stopping defensive tackle. Hoping he develops to kind of be the number 3 guy, maybe even potentially the number 2 guy down the road. Left outside linebacker, Channing Tindall was brought in as depth, very athletic, great on special teams. The starter right now is actually Nolan Burgess. Normal dev, rookie, can do a little bit of everything. Good speed rusher, good pass rusher, good run stopper, good in coverage. Very, very good athlete. I'm going to try to develop him and hope he picks up a dev trade at some point. Middle linebacker, Devin White for 3 more years. Just a really solid middle linebacker. Often leads the league in tackles at the end of the season. At some point, I'm going to have to look to draft somebody to be his eventual replacement. I've got Emmanuel Barrow as a depth guy. He's going to be around for a while, but he's not a starter. Right outside linebacker, I got Malachi Barnett. Very, very similar style player to Burgess. I drafted him as a very athletic linebacker who did not have a dev trait, and I'm just kind of trying to develop him and hope he becomes that guy. So far in year 3, he hasn't, so he's just a solid starting outside linebacker. Not a star, not somebody you're going to build a defense around, but he's fine for right now. Quarterback Jamel Dean. I'm undecided on whether or not I'm going to bring him back for another year. He's been really good for me. I think I will bring him back for one more year. And the next year, I'll let Dean walk, and I'm going to sign Brian Alden to an extension. He is the guy. I drafted this guy as a safety and converted him to corner. He had the speed and the skills to do it. Just an incredible defensive player. Sorry, I don't know what's going on. Eric Stokes is my third corner. He's actually better on the outside. So right now I have Dean and Stokes playing on the outside. Alden plays in the slot. This is another guy. Joseph's just there for depth. Oh my god. Sorry, I gotta take a drink. Clifton Hyde is another guy that I drafted as a safety. You see he's 6'1", 214. He's a little bit bigger. But he has the physical skills to play corner. I'm going to try to develop him as a corner. At some point, I might even slide him back to safety. But right now, I want to develop him as a corner and see if it sticks. He's got decent man and zone skills. I'm going to continue to develop his man skills. 91 is enough speed. He's a good tackler. He's a really good like slot corner. He's a lesser version of Brian Alden. Free safety, I got Antoine Whitfield. Excuse me, John Aldridge is my backup there. Really good player, just never really got the opportunity to start. Probably not going to bring him back. Strong safety, I got Hufanga. I signed him in free agency just because I was having trouble drafting starting safeties. Like the safeties that I was drafting that I felt were of that caliber, like Alden and now Hyde, I think are better fits at corner if I can make it work. Alden worked out beautifully. I have no intention of moving him back to safety at this point. But I was able to bring in Hufanga at a pretty reasonable price, so I'm happy with that, a strong safety. Nick Costa was a strong safety I drafted pretty high 2 years ago, and he's just a solid player, not great, didn't have a dev trait, hasn't really developed. Let's see, I think he was a second round pick. Let's take a look. He was a first round pick, so that was a miss. That was a big miss for me. That pick has not worked out. He'll probably just be a backup strong safety and leave in free agency. Might get a starting role somewhere. Tyler Bass I've got for a couple more years, and Jake Camarda for 4 more. So that's our roster. We've got a pretty good team. We are taking on the New York Giants, who are 2-0. Let's take a look at their roster. I know they signed a quarterback. I know they signed Justin Herbert. So yes, Justin Herbert is the quarterback. They've got Travis Snell as a backup, who could probably go somewhere else and be a starter. Maybe he gets that opportunity at some point, but it's not going to be with this team. He is not going to play behind Herbert. They still have Saquon Barkley, 29 years old, still very much in his prime. Shaquille Richmond is a guy that I almost drafted this past draft. I actually went with a power back. It looks like Richmond has the dev trait. He would have been a better pick, even though he's a little bit lower overall. Blasingame is the fullback. The wide receivers are a little bit lacking. Slayton, Romeo Dobbs. I made a low ball offer to Dobbs in free agency. He looks like he got a better offer from the Giants, and I see why they needed him. Um, Mendoza, just a normal dev guy. Looks like Gary Fox, just a normal dev. It's not a great wide receiver room. And oh, they were the ones who signed Kate Otten. So I I've had Kate Otten as a Buccaneers fan who's done a couple Buccaneers franchises. This was the only time I've had Kate Otten develop into like a starting caliber tight end. And he's pretty good. He's a pretty good player. Not a field stretcher, but as like a possession tight end, just a pretty solid guy. And he got a big money deal from the Giants, so good for him. We'll probably see a little bit of him. Um, Andrew Thomas, one of the best left tackles in the game. Looks like they drafted a left tackle who's also going to be very good. Brett Perkins. I mean, this is a good offensive line. This is a very good offensive line. Evan Neal has developed nicely. Left end, not super strong. Just like all normal dev guys out there in the mid 70s. I'm not worried about that. Leonard Williams is still a very good player. Even at 32, he's probably in the last year or two of his career, but still a pretty good run stopping defensive end. Josh Nixon, maybe a developmental player. Defensive tackle Dexter Lawrence is the best defensive tackle in the game. Superstar X Factor, he's going to be a problem. Dylan Felton, rookie, very, very strong defensive tackle, big run stopper. Um, Josh Allen at left outside linebacker as a pass rusher. Elton Adams looks like a pretty good middle linebacker. And they've got Tavai, who's also there, very good depth at middle linebacker. They got Kayvon Thibodeau, who's developed. He's still only a star, but up to 90 overall. Cornerbacks are decent. They don't have a ton of depth. Pemberton looks pretty good. Yeah, not a ton of depth there, but those guys are pretty decent. Xavier McKinney is a really good free safety, even though he's not super fast. Strong safety, they've got Julian Love and Marcus Hendricks, who are both starting caliber players. So I'm assuming Hendricks is probably playing a lot in the slot, considering they don't have great quarterback depth. Not a great kicker in Siebert, and a good punter in Jake Bailey. So this is a pretty good team. And they're off to a 2-0 start, so this is not going to be an easy game. All right, let's go ahead and get into it. We've wasted enough time here. Let's see, they're going to rock all whites. We're just going to stick with our regular home jerseys. That's fine with me. And welcome to Tampa Bay. There's Coach Ryan Perry taking this team to the playoffs every year since taking over as head coach. There's CJ Gore last week, 23 carries, 104 yards, 2 touchdowns. And Justin Herbert, the free agent acquisition, the face of the franchise for the New York Giants. They finally get their guy. All right, we don't need to see the flyover. Let's just go ahead and get to this game. All right, Buccaneers kicking off. Giants take this about 8 yards deep in the end zone, take a knee, and Justin Herbert will take the field to lead the New York Giants offense with Saquon Barkley, Cade Otton, Darius Slayton, Let's see what this Giants offense has. First play is a handoff to Saquon Barkley. Goes nowhere. Stuffed by Devin White. Barkley, 20 carries, 127 yards, 2 TDs last week. He's off to a strong start to this season. Well over 200 yards through 2 games. I do have one of, if not the best, run defenses. So they're going to have to throw the ball. And there's Cade Otton. 19 yards right out of the gate. He was wide open. Brian Daboll loves it. All right, this looks like a run formation. Let's see if we can force him into second long again, because I think this is going to be a handoff. Play action. Herbert drops us back, throws it to the backup tight end out wide. Pick up about 6. Brings up second and 4. Herbert back in the shotgun. Drops back to pass again. And is that Darius Slayton? He had another open receiver. That's going to be a first down for the Giants. It is Darius Slayton. And the Giants offense on the move well into Buccaneers territory, or down to about the 35-yard line. So they're putting together a really solid opening drive. Shotgun again for Herbert. And it'll be a handoff to Barkley. And again, it gets stuffed. Vita Vea and Devin White there. And Phillip Fort is injured. Young defensive tackle. I have Benson. He's going to come into the game and take over that spot. He's more of a run stopper. Fort leaving the field completely looks like a serious injury. He's probably going to miss a couple weeks. But we have good depth at that position. Not super worried about it. Single back is Barkley on 2nd and 8. Herbert drops back. Here comes the pass rush. Throws it away. That'll force a 3rd and 8. Shotgun for Herbert. 4 wide receivers. Drops back, throws, incomplete, intended for Darius Slayton, knocked away by Malachi Barnett, the linebacker. Makes a very nice play. And a long field goal attempt, looks about 48 yards for Siebert. And he drills it. The Giants will take an early 3-0 lead. So a little bit of bend to the defense on the first possession, but they did not break. They held them to a field goal. And now our offense will get a chance. This is an offense that has the capabilities to really put up some points and both run the ball well and move the ball in the air, get some big plays. It has not happened so far this season. It's been a really disappointing start to the season. Just 1 touchdown pass for Darren Floyd through 2 games. That's just not going to get it done. We've been fortunate, I think, to come out the first 2 games at 1-1. They need to perform better in this game. Shotgun formation, quick throw, air throw by Darren Floyd. Not off to a good start. He's too good of a quarterback to be doing that. He's got to hit open passes. Play action, sacked, fumbled, ball's loose, recovered by Tristan Wirfs. But that's going to bring up a 3rd and 16. Just a disastrous start on offense for the Buccaneers. 3rd and 16 is just not the down and distance you want to be in. I don't see how we're going to pick this up. This might be like a screen pass. Yeah, throws deep to the outside, intended for Spriggs, knocked away, incomplete. So Floyd starts 0 for 2 with a fumble, and it's a 3 and out for the Buccaneers offense. Oh God, I'm gonna keep watching this, but I've got to take some allergy medicine. I don't know if you can hear my voice has gotten even more nasally than it normally is. All right, Justin Herbert back in the shotgun, hand off to Barkley. He's got some room. He's going to pick up a first down from about 12 yards. That's the best run the Giants have had so far. It's not even close. That looks like the same play they ran earlier to Kate Otten, and it worked again, this time for about 9 yards. I formation now. Hand off to Barkley, easy first down. So I feel like if we're going to have a chance in this game, we need to really shut down Saquon Barkley and be able to force the Giants into a lot of third and longs. If they're able to run the ball successfully and open up the passing game for Herbert, I don't see any chance we're going to hold them under like 30 points. You know, the way this offense is moving the ball, our offense is moving the ball, I don't know if we're going to score over 30. So this might be a tough game. They're going deep, incomplete. There's a flag down. This might be roughing the passer. It is. Brandon Vickers, left end. I like that he got to the quarterback, just hit him a little bit late. Hand off to Barkley, picks up a couple. Looks like Fongo was in there to make the stop. 2nd and 7, shotgun formation. Quick throw underneath. It's going to be a first down for the Giants. Vita Vea now hurt. So we are down to just 2 defensive tackles. That was Darius Slayton on the reception. And Vea is going to the locker room. So it looks like we've got 2 serious injuries to our starting defensive tackles. That might be a problem for the running game. And the handoff to Barkley. He's going to pick up about 4 on first down. 2nd and a long 5. Herbert back in the shotgun. Looking. He's got plenty of time. Ronald Baker puts the pressure on. That looked like a fumble. They're going to call an incomplete pass. That'll bring up 3rd and 5. Let's try to hold him to another field goal. Herbert back to throw. Underneath, he's got Barkley. Barkley down to about the 2-yard line. It's going to be 1st and goal for the Giants. Just not a good start. Not a good start to this game at all, either on offense or defense. I formation, 1 wide receiver out wide. It's going to be a handoff to Barkley. No, it's not Barkley. It is the backup running back, Tony Caldwell, and he walks it into the end zone. Kate Otten celebrating, former Buccaneer, excited to come back and punish his old team. Yeah, there was just no resistance whatsoever there. Easy touchdown for the Giants, and they are going to take a 10-point lead, 10-0 here in the first quarter. The Buccaneers offense needs to get something going right now, otherwise this game might get out of hand. All right, back out on the field comes Darren Floyd. Went 0 for 2 and had a fumble on the first possession of the game. 0 yards so far for the Buccaneers offense. They've got to get it going right now. And it's a handoff to Gore. He pushes forward for about 7 on first down. Very good run. It was a big game for C.J. Gore last week, coming off of a slow start in the first game of the season. He rebounded, had a big performance. It was a big reason the Buccaneers won in week 2. And he is the single back again. It's going to be another handoff to Gore. This time he is stopped by Dexter Lawrence. So it's going to bring up a 3rd and 2. Floyd under center, Gore the deep back. Floyd drops back to throw, quick pass. He's got a man. First down. Jameson Williams. Found a little bit of room, made a man miss, picks up about 12. Easy first down. Looked for a second like he might break that. A big first down for the Buccaneers. They could not give the ball right back to the Giants there. Floyd back in the shotgun. Quick throw underneath. He's got the tight end. That is not Rhodes, I believe. That was Rhodes. Okay. First down, or second one. Almost had the first down. Floyd to throw again. This time he's got Devonta Smith for the first down. The Bucs are in Giants territory, down to the 41-yard line. Finally starting to move the ball a little bit. This offense has been dormant for the most part to start the season. Man in motion into the backfield. It's going to be a handoff to C.J. Gore, and it is stuffed by Kayvon Thibodeau. 1-yard gain for Gore. Shotgun formation for Darren Floyd on 2nd and 9. Quick throw outside, and he has Springs for a big gain. About 15. It's going to be a first down. Down to the 25 for the Bucs. The Buccaneers needed a drive to answer this quick start by the Giants, and they're putting one together right now. Floyd in the shotgun, handoff to Gore. Gore pushes forward for about 8 on first down. This has been a pretty balanced drive so far. A lot of it's been moved through the air, but a couple nice runs by Gore have set up some easy passing situations. Shotgun again. Rachaad White in the backfield. Floyd, plenty of time, rolls out, throws to the end zone, throws out of the back of the end zone incomplete. Shotgun once more. 3 wide receivers split out to the right. Quick throw, underneath, dropped by Springs. And that's going to bring up 4th down. If Springs is able to hold on to that ball, it's an easy first down. He could not maintain the catch through contact. And on 4th and 2, the Buccaneers are going to leave their offense on the field. They're going for it. Shotgun handoff to Rachaad White. He is near the first down marker, and I think he picked it up. Barely. Big pickup for the Buccaneers offense. That would have been a disaster to come out with no points. Shotgun again for Floyd. White out of the backfield. Floyd all day to throw. Finally finds White near the sticks. It's going to be about a 9-yard pickup. That'll bring up 2nd and inches. Gore back in the game. Jumbo formation, handoff to Gore. He gets just enough for the first down, and they're going to stick with the same formation. Let's see if they get this play off before the end of the first quarter. Yeah, they do not. So through one quarter, it is 10-0 Giants. The Buccaneers offense on the move, trying to get this down to a 1-score game. Field flips, but the formation stays the same. Jumbo set. Gore to the deep back. It's a pitch to the outside, and it gets stuffed by the Giants defense. 2 men in the backfield to shut that down. Pushes the Buccaneers back to the 7. That play just never had a chance. So it's going to be 2nd and goal now from the 7. Shotgun formation for Floyd. Gore is the back. Handoff to Gore. He is tackled at about the 5-yard line. So that's going to bring up a 3rd and goal from the 5. This has got to be a passing situation. Floyd in shotgun. Drops back, throws, end zone, touchdown. Jameson Williams. Williams ran an out route at the goal line. It was put right on the money, and the Bucs are on the board. It'll be 10-7. Very solid, long drive by the Tampa Bay Buccaneers to get back into this game. There were two guys on Williams out there, and they just couldn't stay with him. Just too much speed. He was able to beat him to the pylon to the outside, and the throw was right on the money. So let's see if Justin Herbert, the Giants offense, can respond. And they will start their drive at about the 19-yard line, maybe the 20. They're going to give them forward progress to the 20. It's been a strong start for Herbert and Barkley and this Giants offense. They've gone down the field twice, put it in the end zone once, kicked the field goal once. Shotgun for Herbert. He's got time to throw. The blitz was picked up, and it is going to be a first down strike for about 20 yards. I'm not sure who the receiver was. But they're making it look easy. That was a zone blitz because I saw Ronald Baker had dropped back into coverage. And they picked out the receiver that Baker was covering, and he was wide open. First and 10 at the 37. Play action. Ronald Baker blows by the right tackle, pick up his first sack of the game. That's going to force a second long. Baker didn't bite at all on the play action. Beat his man off the line and was in the backfield immediately to take down Herbert. That's why he's a superstar X Factor. He is just a game breaker on the defensive line. Second 19. Herbert drops back, four-man rush. Has to dump it off to Barkley, who gets back about 6. That's going to bring up 3rd and 13. Buccaneers defense needs to get off the field, get their offense back on the field. 3rd and 13. Herbert's got time, dumps it off to Barkley. He's going to be brought down well short of the sticks. That's going to bring up a definite punting situation for the Giants. That's going to put the Buccaneers offense back on the field. It looks like the Bucs dropped into maybe a cover 2 there and forced the throw underneath. And linebackers on the field who were able to immediately swarm to take down Barkley. And it's a beautiful punt by the Giants and Jake Bailey. He's going to pin the Buccaneers back at their own 1-yard line. Dangerous situation now. Let's see if the Bucs can get out of their own end zone. Try not to take a safety here. Single back formation. It's Gore. It's going to be a handoff to Gore, and he is swallowed up in the backfield. It's going to be a safety. Jelani Tavai blows right through the line and takes Gore back 2 yards deep in his own end zone. That wasn't even close to getting back to the line of scrimmage. So that's going to make it 12-7 Giants, and the Giants are going to get the football. Just a disaster situation for the Buccaneers. They did a good job covering the safety punt. The Giants will get the ball at about the 37-yard line. Romeo Doubs is over 200 yards receiving for the season so far. That was the guy who picked up the big pass a few plays ago. And that is Darius Slayton for about a 25-yard pickup across midfield down to the Buccaneers' 39-yard line. It looked like the Giants ran some sort of deep crosser, and he was wide open again. And Herbert is just ripping passes into the zone defense. once again the Giants into Buccaneers territory. 1st and 10. Herbert drops back, quick throw to Cade Otton. That's going to be another first down. Hufanga could not hang with Cade Otton. The former Buccaneer has come back into Tampa, and he's made some big plays early to really move this Giants offense. I formation for the Giants. Running formation. Let's see if they run play action out of it. No, it is a handoff to Barkley, and it's stuffed. Looked like Allen Benson on the defensive line. Held him to 2 yards. And it's going to be a false start on the Giants. That's going to push them back to about 2nd and 13. 2nd 13, they come out in a run formation. Let's see if they run the ball here. Man in motion. It's a pass. Herbert drops back. Quick throw underneath. That was Dobbs. 2nd catch of the game. Short pickup. That's going to run it to about 3rd and 8. 3rd and 8 from the Buccaneers 22. Giants trying to keep this drive alive. Herbert drops back. Plenty of time. Throws near the sticks. It's going to be just short. Just short of the sticks. To Mendoza. That's going to bring up 4th and 1. Let's see. I think you got to take the points here. Kick the field goal. Make it 15-7. We'll see if they keep the offense on the field, though. And they have the field goal team on. It's going to be a field goal attempt. Should be an easy make for Seibert. And he boots it through. 15-7. So this could not have been much of a worse start to this game for the Buccaneers. But they're only down 1 score. Touchdown and a 2-point conversion. So hopefully we've weathered the storm, and the offense is able to put something together here and keep us in this game and not let this get out of hand. The offense has been very up and down so far. We had the one really good touchdown drive. The rest of the time it's been nothing. Rashad White on the shotgun handoff. He'll pick up about 4. Boogie Basham is hurt for the Giants. Starting defensive end. C.J. Gore, the deep back, on 2nd and 6. Handoff to Gore. Stuffed at the line. Was able to keep his balance, but there was still nowhere to go. Kayvon Thibodeau got loose, takes him down for a loss. That's going to bring up a 3rd and 6. This has been frustrating to watch. Jared Floyd in the shotgun, 3rd and 6. Plenty of time. He's going to throw deep, and it is incomplete, but there's a flag. This might be roughing the passer. No, it's pass interference on Reggie Pemberton. That is a big penalty because that gives the Bucs a first down all the way at the 29-yard line of the Giants. First down handoff to C.J. Gore. Shrugs off the defensive tackle. Only picks up 3. It's been a slow start for C.J. Gore. Jared Floyd is really going to have to carry this offense. So far, he's not been good. On first down, he hits the rookie wide receiver, Chris Benson, for 9 yards. First down. Benson is probably 4th on the depth chart right now, so he doesn't get a lot of looks, but he's good. He's a very talented wide receiver. Hidden depth trait, 98 speed. He's going to be a big part of this offense moving forward. And Floyd, moving around in the pocket a little bit, is able to find an open tight end. That's going to move the sticks again. Another first down. Brandon Wagner, 11-yard pickup. Jumbo set, down to the 5. It's going to be a stretch to Gore. Pushes it forward to about the 3. Shotgun, empty backfield. And it is a quarterback draw. Floyd takes it down to the 1. 3rd and goal, jumbo set. This is going to be a handoff, and these rarely work. Gore pushes forward. He's into the end zone. Buccaneers offensive line got enough push that Gore was able to dive across the line for the touchdown. And now we'll see if the Buccaneers go for 2. I think they will. They're going to take the 1. They're going to make it 15-14. Interesting decision. I would love to know what the thought process was there. Why you wouldn't go for 2 and try to tie the game up. But as it stands now, the Buccaneers are down 15-14 with 3:35 to play in this game, and the Giants offense taking the field once again. The Giants offense has moved the ball really well in this game. A couple times they've been held to field goals. Otherwise, they could have really blown this thing open. The Bucs defense has kept the team in it. First down pass goes for 5 yards to Romeo Doubs. 2nd and 5, Herbert throws again. And a fumble. Doubs fumbled. We'll see if he was down. It was recovered by the Buccaneers. Devin White. This is going to be close. Let's take another look. Doubs definitely caught that ball on his way down. It looks like the D may have been down. This is probably going to get looked at. This is probably going to be reviewed. Yes, it is. I think this is coming back. Oh, yeah, the knee was clearly down. That's going to be Giants' ball. Yep. The knee was down for a solid second before the ball came out. So 1st and 10 for the Giants at their own 37-yard line. It's going to be a handoff to Barkley, and he's stuffed for about a yard. Down to the 2-minute warning. A field goal here would be big for the Giants because it would push their lead to 4 and force Tampa Bay to have to score a touchdown. Herbert drops back, throws underneath to Barkley, who breaks a tackle, gets it forward to 3rd and 1. Herbert drops back, throws quick underneath, and Darius Slayton wide open again. First down into Buccaneers territory, down to the 42-yard line. Herbert quick to the line, $1:15 left. Drops back. Here comes the pass rush. He's going down. Phillip Fort. He left the field earlier with an injury. He's back in the game now. It picks up the sack. Right up the gut. Just blew past the guard. Pushed him right back into Herbert's face. That's going to be a timeout for the Giants with 1 minute left. They're going to have 2nd and 15 coming up. And it's a screen pass. Barkley's got a little bit of room. Very nicely covered by the Buccaneers defense. Malachi Barnett was out there to hold that to about 3 yards. That's going to bring up 3rd and 12 after the timeout by the Giants. 54 seconds left. Shotgun for Herbert. Plenty of time. Throws underneath. It's going to be short of the sticks. It's going to get down to about the 36-yard line. They're probably going to attempt a long field goal here. Nobody's called timeout. Clock ticking to about 15 seconds. Siebert's going to attempt this from about 48 yards out. It is short. And the Buccaneers are going to take over after the missed field goal, but there's not much time left on the clock. 6 seconds. Enough for about one play, maybe a timeout. And it looks like it's going to be a Hail Mary. He's just going to throw this ball up, incomplete. And we're going to halftime. So I feel like the Buccaneers are pretty fortunate to be in this game. Only down one going into the half. Been outgained pretty aggressively. Giants put up about 100 more yards on offense. The fact the defense has held them to field goals twice has really kept us in the game. Meanwhile, we've put the ball in the end zone twice. So Bucs are going to get the first possession of the second half. Darren Floyd leads the offense back onto the field. There's been no running game to speak of. So we'll see if the Bucs open up passing, and they do. Quick pass underneath to Devonta Smith. He picks up the first down. Let's try to get this thing moving through the air. I don't think the running game's going to be there today. Floyd drops back, and he will throw this one away. Didn't look like anybody got open. He was under pressure. Just threw this one out of bounds. I'll bring up 2nd and 10. Floyd, quick drop. The pressure comes up the middle, and he's going to be sacked by Julian Okwara. It's a 3-yard loss. That's going to force a 3rd and 13. Floyd in the shotgun, forced out, throws the ball away. It was either that or take the sack. Okwara was there again with the pressure, and the Buccaneers are going to have to punt this ball away. So the Bucs get the first possession, go 3 and out. They do nothing. Oh, I'm sorry. They picked up 1 first down. 4 plays, they do nothing. Camarda punts it away. And the Giants are going to take over 1st and 10 from their own 28. Herbert back on the field under center. He'll drop back to throw on 1st down. Quick throw out wide. Pick up a 5. I did not see who the receiver was. And Herbert back in the shotgun again. Quickly throws out wide again. This one to Otten for a pickup of 2. So that's going to bring up a quick 3rd and 3 for the Giants, who now have to convert. Otherwise, they're going to be punting it right back. Quick throw underneath, almost intercepted by Jamel Dean, and the Giants are going to have to punt this ball away. Dean was all over that quick slant. Was able to knock it away, got his hands on it, almost intercepted that ball. And a big punt return for the Buccaneers. Jeffrey Springs brings us back to the 35-yard line. And that's where Darren Floyd and the offense will take over. It's going to be single back formation. C.J. Gore's the deep back. It's going to be a draw to Gore, and he is dragged down at the line of scrimmage by Dexter Lawrence for 3 yards. It's been a struggle for C.J. Gore. It's really been a struggle for both these teams trying to run the ball. Quick pass underneath to Devonta Smith. He fights forward for the first down. This Giants defense has been really tough. There's been no running lanes. They've held Darren Floyd under 100 yards passing. 1st and 10 from the 46-yard line. Floyd drops back, throws, almost intercepted. Knocked away by the Giants secondary. Floyd out of the shotgun on 2nd and 10. It's a draw play to Rachaad White. He's going to pick up about 12. He's got the first down into Giants territory down to the 42. Floyd out of the shotgun again. Rachaad White in the backfield. Man in motion. Floyd drops back. Quick throw underneath. It is Jameson Williams for about 5. So the Bucs have thrown a lot of short passes. They haven't really pushed the ball downfield. A 2nd 5. Floyd looking, and he's going to be sacked near midfield. Kayvon Thibodeau, one of the stars of this league, just continues to fight. Rachaad White was only able to hold him off for so long. Darren Floyd just held that ball way too long. And that's going to bring up a 3rd and 17. And this drive has died quickly for the Buccaneers. Floyd drops back. He's going to be sacked again. Akwara with another sack. They're going to give him half a sack on that one. But the Bucs are going to have to punt this ball away. Hopefully they can pin the Giants deep, but at some point the Bucs are going to have to put something together. They decided to kick the extra point earlier in the game. It's a terrible punt. Giants are going to get the ball 35-yard line. The Buccaneers, somewhat curiously, decided to kick the extra point rather than go for 2 after their last score, so they trail by 1 rather than having this as a tied game. And the Giants will hand the ball off to Barkley on 1st down, and it's stuffed to pick up a 1 for Barkley. 2nd down, play action. Herbert's got time, throws deep. He's got, I don't know who that is. It's one of their depth wide receivers, but he was wide open. He torched Brian Alden. And it's a big pickup for the Giants in the Buccaneers territory, down to the 34. It is Mendoza, Julius Mendoza. Shotgun formation. Throw outside, wide open receiver. That ball's fumbled. The ball's fumbled, recovered by Antoine Winfield. Romeo Dobbs put it on the turf, and this time, I think that ball was out. Last time he had the knee down. This time he was fighting for extra yards after a big pickup. And the Buccaneers are going to take over 1st and 10 from the 18. Big turnover. The Giants were getting ready to score. Darren Floyd back to throw. Sideline incomplete. This Giants defense has been nasty. Bucs have not really been able to put much together. Quick throw underneath. It's going to be the rookie wide receiver Benson. His 2nd catch of the game. Pick up about 7. 3rd and 3. Floyd, shotgun. Drops back, throws, sideline. That's short of the sticks. That's going to be no gain. It was Brandon Wagner. Giants had it well covered. And the Bucs are going to have to punt it right back to the Giants. Not able to capitalize off the turnover. Really been a frustrating game for the Buccaneers offense. A lot of credit goes to this Giants defense, though. They have been very stingy. They have completely stuffed the Buccaneers' running game. They've forced the Buccaneers to throw the ball underneath. Bucs haven't been able to stretch the field. On the other end, though, the Giants, even though they haven't been able to get the running game going, have been able to push the ball down the field through the air. They have gotten some big plays. They just have not been able to find the end zone. Herbert out of the pistol's going to hand this one off to Barkley. Barkley forces his way near the 1st down marker, and it's going to bring up a 3rd and 1 at the 45-yard line. Herbert drops back. Plenty of time, throws the ball away. That's going to bring up 4th and 1. And the Giants going to trade punts with the Buccaneers offense. Jake Bailey gets off a good one. It is going to bounce in the end zone. It'll be a touchback. Bucs will take over at the 20-yard line. It's getting late in this game. Just under 4 minutes left in the third quarter. It's hard to feel super optimistic about what this Bucs offense is doing. First down, handoff to C.J. Gore. He pushes forward for about 11. He's got the first down. Just 34 yards on 14 carries for C.J. Gore. That was by far his biggest rush of the game. Gore the deep back again on first down. It's a pass, throws out wide. He has Devonta Smith for a first down. Wasn't a great throw, but Smith was able to. Let's take a look. Yeah, was not a great throw, but Smith found an opening, was able to pull it in. He's got the first down. The Buccaneers have moved this ball near midfield now. Floyd under center. Drops back to throw. Quick pass over the middle. Jamison Williams into Giants territory, across the 35 down to the 33-yard line. Jamison Williams has had a pretty decent game. 4 yards, 44 yards receiving. He has probably been the most notable target for the Buccaneers offense so far. Floyd under center again. Gore's the deep back at the 33 on 1st and 10. It's going to be a draw play to Gore. Lots of room. Gore's going to pick up about 15 down to the 19-yard line. The Bucs are in the red zone. The Bucs have found a little bit of room on the ground this drive, and it's made a big difference. Floyd under center again. It's going to be the same play. It's a draw again to Gore. This time he's wrapped up for a gain of 1. 16 carries, 49 yards. Not a great game for Gore. Shotgun formation now for Floyd. Rachaad White in the backfield. Floyd's going to throw. Rush was coming. Floyd had to get rid of it. Throws it incomplete into the turf. 3rd and 9. Floyd takes a shotgun snap. He's got time. Throws underneath. Devonta Smith is going to be wrapped up short of the sticks by Xavier McKinney. That's going to bring up 4th and 1. And I think the Bucs are going to have to kick a field goal here. On comes the field goal team. And it is up. And it is through. The Buccaneers take the lead. Field goal is good by Bass, and it's 17-15, Buccaneers lead. This has been an ugly game, but the Buccaneers have hung around and have now taken the lead. They once trailed 10-0 in this game. And the Giants offense will take over at the 26 to start the fourth quarter. You see the Giants have outgained the Buccaneers in this game, and I think really outplayed them in most aspects. They've had a turnover. They've had to kick a couple field goals. And it's going to be Herbert under center, drops back to pass on first down. Throws sideline to Otten. That ball is knocked away, incomplete. That'll bring up 2nd and 10. Herbert drops back, shotgun, throws underneath. It looks like it's Mendoza near the first down marker. It's going to bring up 3rd and 1. Herbert under center, hands off to Barkley. Barkley's got the first down. Pickup of about 4 to the 39-yard line. Keeping this drive alive for the Giants. Barkley the deep back again on first down. Herbert drops back to throw. Quick throw underneath. Knocked away by the Buccaneers linebacker. I think that was Barnett. It's going to be a handoff to Barkley on 2nd and 10. He picks up about 3, maybe 4. That's going to bring up a 3rd and a long 6. Trying to keep this drive alive. Shotgun formation. Rolls out, throws deep over the middle, incomplete. Herbert could not find anyone. Was forced to kind of throw that ball into open field. And the Giants are going to have to punt the ball back to the Buccaneers. Spriggs not able to find any room on the punt return. The Bucs are going to take over at the 22. It's a big opportunity for the Buccaneers offense now. They can really make this tough on the Giants if the Bucs are able to put together a touchdown drive here. You'd like to see at least a field goal to force the Giants to have to score a touchdown. First down handoff to Gore, gets 2. That'll bring up 2nd and 8. A 2nd and 8. Floyd in the shotgun, Rachaad White in the backfield. Floyd's got time to throw, throws deep sideline, incomplete. It's going to bring up 3rd and 8. Floyd drops back to throw. Here comes the blitz. He's forced to throw underneath to Jameson Williams. It's going to be short of the sticks. 4th and 3. The Bucs are going to have to punt this ball back to Justin Herbert and the Giants. So one thing you're going to be able to say coming out of this game is both teams had plenty of opportunities to win. Only one of these teams is going to actually come away with that win. Who's going to make the plays down the stretch in this last 11 minutes and 16 seconds to pull this one out? Both defenses have been very solid. Herbert in the shotgun on 1st and 10. He's going to throw. Here comes the pass rush. Herbert throws this ball away. There's a flag. This might be intentional grounding. No, it is roughing the passer. They say Herbert got out of the tackle box and Ronald Baker roughed him. That's a big penalty. 15 yards and a first down for the Giants up near midfield to their own 43. Screen pass to Barkley, sniffed out by Malachi Barnett. Tackled for a 2-yard loss. Great play by Barnett. It's going to be 2nd and 12. It's going to be a pass. Throws sideline, knocked away. Knocked away. Herbert tried to get off a quick pass, and it was not there. It's going to be 3rd and 12. Herbert looking deep. Incomplete. Good coverage out there by Antoine Winfield. That's going to bring up 4th and 12. Giants are going to be forced to punt this ball back to the Bucs. And it's a pretty decent punt. Fair catch called for at the 18-yard line. And back comes Darren Floyd in this Buccaneers offense. They've done just enough so far to give the Buccaneers the lead. They would like to put this game away. Hand off to C.J. Gore on 1st down. Pickup of 9. It's going to be 2nd and a long 1. It's shotgun formation for Floyd. It's a handoff up the middle to Gore, and he is swallowed up in the backfield for a loss of 1 by Dexter Lawrence. Empty backfield for Floyd. Shotgun formation on 3rd and 2. Throw to the sideline. Great throw. Finds Rachaad White on the sideline. They had White matched up against the linebacker. There was not much room. That's just a beautiful throw. That's an NFL throw by Darren Floyd. 1st and 10. Buccaneers keep this drive alive. It's going to be a draw play to C.J. Gore on 1st down, and it's a big gain. Pickup of about 15 to midfield. Gore, 20 carries up to 74 yards. He's had a better second half after a very slow start to this game. Gore is the deep back again, single back formation. Floyd under center on 1st and 10 from midfield. Floyd drops back to pass. Here comes the pass rush. And the arm was moving forward. That's going to be incomplete. Very close to a fumble. 2nd and 10. Hand off to Gore. Gore's got a big gain again. Picked up about another 16. First down into Giants territory, down to the 36. It's going to be a 14-yard gain. Big hole opened up by this Buccaneers offense. Gore has the hot hand right now. Let's see if they go back to him on 1st and 10 from the Giants 36. Floyd back to pass. Throws deep and incomplete, intended for Devonta Smith. 2nd and 10. Shotgun formation for Floyd. He's going to throw the screen pass to Gore. A little bit of room. Gore's able to get maybe 5 out of that. It's going to bring up 3rd and 5 from the 31-yard line. Shotgun formation for Floyd. It's going to be a screen to the other side to Rachaad White, and he is not going to get there. That's going to bring up 4th and 4. It's going to be a long field goal for Tyler Bass. This is a big kick, as this would force the Giants to score a touchdown if they want to take the lead. A 47-yard attempt from Tyler Bass. It is good. The Bucs take a 20-15 lead. And now the pressure shifts to the defense. Can they hold Justin Herbert, the Giants' offense, once more? The Bucs defense has been very, very strong in the second half. Giants haven't been able to put anything together. And Herbert takes the field on the shotgun from the 25-yard line, 1st and 10. And he's going to throw. And he's got a man underneath. That's going to be Romeo Doubs for 8. That'll bring up 2nd and 2. Plenty of time for this Giants offense, and they're going to hand it off to Saquon Barkley. He's got the first down up to the 39-yard line. That's going to put us under 5 minutes left in this game. Justin Herbert back out of the shotgun on 1st and 10. And it's going to be a handoff to Barkley again. This one goes nowhere. Devin White and Brian Alden in on the tackle to hold him to 3 yards. 2nd and 7. Shotgun formation. Herbert hands off to Barkley once more. Barkley picks up about 6, but there is a flag. I think this is coming back. It's going to be holding on the offense. Oh, on Thad McIntyre. That is a big penalty. That's going to force 2nd and 17 back at their own 32. It's going to be play action. Here comes the blitz. Ronald Baker put the pressure on and forced an errant throw. It's going to be 3rd and 17. Third and 17 for Justin Herbert, the Giants offense. Shotgun formation. Herbert looking, throwing deep sideline. He's got Cade Otton, first down. What a throw. That is a huge conversion. He somehow fit that ball in between Devin White and Jamal Dean on the outside. I thought Dean was going to get there and knock that ball away. He undercut the route a little bit and was not able to get there. 1st and 10 from the Bucs 44. Herbert back to throw. Plenty of time. Throws deep sideline. Incomplete. Intended for Julius Mendoza. 2nd and 10. Herbert, quick throw underneath. That was Slayton for a pickup of 9, almost 10. It's going to be 3rd and inches. Pistol formation. Handoff to Barkley. Barkley pushes forward. He's got the first down a little bit more. Down to the Bucs 29-yard line. That might drive us to the 2-minute warning. And it will. This drive's taking up enough time that this very well may be the Giants' only chance. And they've got 29 yards to go to get to the end zone. It's shotgun formation for Justin Herbert. Drops back to throw, dumps it off underneath to the back for about 4. Clock running, 2nd and 6. Herbert throws underneath, incomplete. 3rd and 6. Four-man rush for the Bucs. Play action. Herbert. He's going to be sacked. Alec Benson. Right up the gut. That's going to bring up 4th and 16. Herbert drops back, throws deep, sideline, knocked away by Jamal Dean, intended for Julius Mendoza. The Bucs are going to take over 1st and 10. They can put this game away with a first down. Herbert was first forced to throw that ball up for grabs to Mendoza. Jamal Dean made a nice play on the ball, knocked it away, and Darren Floyd and the Buccaneers offense is going to take the field. CJ Gore, the deep back. A first down will put this game away with $1:11 to play. Hand off to Gore, and it is stuffed. A pickup of maybe 2. Giants call timeout. If the Giants are able to hold the Bucs here, they will get the ball back with under a minute and no timeouts left. 2nd down carry for Gore, picks up maybe 1. So we're going to have a 3rd and 7. Be interested to see if the Bucs try to throw here or if they just stay on the ground and make the Giants use their timeouts. It looks like the Bucs are going to pass. It's a shotgun formation to Floyd. He's going to drop back and throw. Floyd under pressure. He is sacked. Sacked back at the 25-yard line. Kayvon Thibodeau. Giants call their last timeout, and the Bucs are going to punt this ball away. The Giants are going to have an opportunity. The punt by Camarda is a good one. Taken by the Giants. Good return right up the middle, all the way to the 40-yard line. Justin Herbert's going to take over. He's got to take this offense 60 yards in 48 seconds with no timeouts. Down by 5, a touchdown will win this game. And Herbert's going to take the snap under center, drops back to throw. He's got plenty of time, throws underneath to Barkley across midfield. Giants have to hurry. No huddle. Shotgun formation. Herbert throws deep up the seam. That ball's caught. That's going to be down to the 35. Clock ticking. 10 seconds left. Herbert takes the snap. Throws deep towards the end zone. Incomplete. That ball would have been caught at the 5. This ball's got to go to the end zone. This is going to be a Hail Mary. 3 seconds left. Herbert drops back. He's got time to get it off. Throws just short of the end zone, and it is incomplete. The Buccaneers win. The Buccaneers defense comes through in the second half, shuts down the Giants offense. The Bucs offense does just enough to get the W. A big win over the now 2-1 Giants. The Buccaneers moved to 2-1 even with the Giants. 1 turnover in the game. The Giants fumbled on what looked like a promising drive. They were all the way down into the red zone. Romeo Doubs fumbled after catching about a 15-yard pass. And this really came down to the fact that the Giants' offense completely stalled in the 3rd and 4th quarters. The Bucs defense took over this game. Tampa's offense was not great. Darren Floyd did not have his typical game, held to just 172 yards, a touchdown, no picks. CJ Gore got it going a little bit in the second half, got up to 91 yards rushing. But going into halftime, he was at, I think, like 13 carries for like 25 yards. So most of what he did was in the second half. Receiving, Romeo Dobbs had a good game. Slayton had a good game. Barkley, Kate Otten. And you see, like, not a ton of production from the Buccaneers wide receivers. Jameson Williams had the touchdown on the quick out. That was a big play. It just wasn't a very productive game by the Bucs offense. This was all about the Bucs defense. Malachi Barnett had 12 tackles. Devin White had 12 tackles. Brian Alden out of the slot had 10 tackles. Kayvon Thibodeau had 2 sacks for the Giants. He had a big game. Philip Fort had a sack and a half for the Bucs. Ronald Baker had a big sack late in the game. No interceptions from either side. Siebert missed a long field goal attempt. Both kickers made 2. Jake Bailey outpunted Camarda, but it didn't really factor in. Just a really close, hard-fought game. The Buccaneers' defense really pulled this one out, which is a little bit atypical of what we see from this team. This is usually an offense-first team. So for the defense to be the one who really stepped up and made the performance, it is good to see. It was a tough game against the Giants, a big win. Did not want to fall to 1-2. But this offense has got to get it going. The next game is going to be against Baltimore. See, the offense has not made a lot of mistakes, but they have not made a lot of big plays either. Darren Floyd has sort of played like a game manager so far, and he is not that type of quarterback. Darren Floyd is a superstar X Factor, 89 overall. He's a guy who should really be pushing the ball downfield and making big plays for this offense, and they're averaging 5.7 yards per attempt right now. That's not acceptable. C.J. Gordon, Rashawn White have been pretty good on the ground. We've seen some production out of the Buccaneers wide receivers, but nobody has really stepped forward to be the guy who makes big plays. Tremaine Springs, in his second year, has maybe taken on a little bit more, maybe even surpassed Jameson Williams to some extent. Jonathan Rhodes, I'd like to see him get more involved in the offense. He's been a little bit disappointing so far. We're definitely missing Kate Otten. It's been a struggle offensively. The defense has been pretty good. Devin White is all over the field. Ronald Baker and Philip Fort have been really strong on the defensive line. We're getting some production out of Brandon Vickers, who we just traded for. We have not forced any interceptions, which I do not like. That's got to change. We forced 2 fumbles, recovered just 1. So through 3 games, we've forced 1 turnover. Like, this is just... We've got the 32nd ranked offense in the league and the 5th ranked defense. So the defense has showed up. The defense has showed up tremendously. The offense has got to get it going, and I think they will, because this offense has performed like a top 10, even top 5 at times offense. It just hasn't been there early in the season. Hopefully it's a good sign that we're 2-1 and the defense is performing, and hopefully when this offense heats up, it's going to be off to the races for this team. All right, well, that does it for this one. Thanks for watching.